I get asked a lot, what phone should I buy? First I say, well, how much do you have? Then they tell me how much they have. Next I ask, what do you care most about in a smartphone? Then they tell me what they care about, and then I know the phone to recommend. So for this year, in our best budget phone for 100k, we're going to follow that same style. I've noticed so far that there are 5 major categories that people care about. So we're going to try and pick the best phone for each of these 5 categories. The first category is display. This one is a bit tricky. For this price point, a good display is either one with a 90Hz refresh rate or 1080p resolution. No phone has both, and no phone has an AMOLED display. Samsung this year kinda made their LCD panels look like AMOLED. They look so vibrant and punchy. So perhaps we might go with the Galaxy A04s. It has a 720p display and also comes with a 90Hz refresh rate. So that could be the winner. But if you want that extra bit of resolution, then the Tecno Spark 9 Pro comes to mind. It comes with a 1080p display, but sadly a 60Hz refresh rate. I wish I still had these phones with me so I could hold them side by side and see which one I would pick, but I don't, so I think I'll just go with Samsung. So yes, the A04s is the phone to buy if a phone's display is super important to you. Category 2 is performance. This one is pretty easy, the Redmi 10C. It's not that popular here in Nigeria, but I think it's the clear winner for best performing smartphone for 100,000 naira. It comes packed with the Snapdragon 680 processor, which is the same chipset used in the more expensive Redmi Note 11. But of course, Redmi had to cut some corners in order to use this chipset and still keep the price pocket friendly. So it's not perfect in like every other category. For example, the display is a 60Hz 720p display, and the front-facing camera I believe is 5 megapixels. So not great all round, but I think if you're interested in performance, then the Redmi 10C is the phone to get. If I had to give a second place, the Tecno Spark 9 Pro comes to mind. It comes with the Helio G85 chipset, but it's more expensive, not as powerful, but overall it's a more well-rounded device. But yeah, the Redmi 10C is the phone to get if a phone's performance is super important to you. Category 3 is software. Another really easy one. This one goes to Samsung. One UI is just so good, and with the A04s you get 2 years, I believe, of major OS updates. So that's up to Android 14 and 3 years of security patches. The A04s comes with Android 12 out of the box, and my favorite thing about Android 12 is Material U. And I don't think any other OEM actually implements Material U in this budget category, so that makes the A04s the clear winner for me. So yeah, this one's super easy. The Galaxy A04s is the phone to get if a phone's software or software support is super important to you. Category 4 is camera. There are actually 2 winners. For the main camera, the Galaxy A04s probably takes the best photos. Samsung really stepped up this year and went from a 13 megapixel sensor to a 50 megapixel sensor. And this phone takes, in my opinion, the best photos in this budget category. But the selfie camera sucks, and that's why the Tecno Spark 9 Pro is my pick for best selfie camera for 100k. I mean, their whole marketing was around the selfie camera. It's 32 megapixels and it definitely earns the title for best selfie camera in this 100k category. Now, if we had to pick just one winner, I would actually lean towards the Spark 9 Pro because it also has a 50 megapixel main camera that does pretty okay. So yeah, the Spark 9 Pro is the phone to get if a phone's camera is super important to you. Category 5 is battery. The Infinix Hot 12 Play comes with a 6000 mAh battery cell, and overall I think it's a pretty decent phone. But that's not our winner. Our winner is the Tecno Power Neo 2, which comes with a 7000 mAh battery. So if you want a 2-day phone, something to watch movies all day long on, then yes, the Power Neo 2 would definitely do that for you. So it's that simple. The Tecno Power Neo is the phone to get if a phone's battery is super important to you. If I were to pick one overall best smartphone, it would be between the Galaxy A04s and the Tecno Spark 9 Pro. They're both good individually, but they do have their own weaknesses. The Tecno does well in everything but software. It really sucks in that. There is 0 major OS updates, while the A04s does pretty well in every category as well, but it's using an Exynos processor, which isn't very well optimized, and it also has a terrible front-facing camera. So I think if you know what you're looking for, then this video should have helped you decide which phone to get. I would leave individual reviews done by me as well as my fellow creators on all of the phones mentioned in this video. Do also check them out, but that's been it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you when you see me.